You guys see the title, you guys are like, what does that mean? Well, um, I didn't want to put it in the comment. I mean, not in the comments, or what do you call it? The title, because, I needed it to gain traction, folks. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like when you talk about a few people in the industry, things want to act up, the algorithm, things of that nature. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah. So, is Beyonce Diddy's baby mama? Or is or did she have relations? But, and I know y'all like, what did she just say? I know this is how my brain is thinking and pondering too. So first of all, make sure you guys hit a thumbs up. You guys subscribe. We're gonna lighten the load today, have a little bit of excitement, and this is just my commentary and my reaction on the celebrity news streets, right? What is going on? The celebrity streets are always hot, hot, hot. So, okay, we know they're doing their little dirt and they got it out. And, okay, so we just gonna jump right on into it. But, okay, so you guys heard the rumor recently about allegedly, or is Beyonce's Diddy's baby mama? Is Diddy Beyonce's baby daddy? What? What is going on, y'all? I don't know. It is a hot, hypersexual mess. Although, so we're just gonna get into it, and this is just basically my commentary, because these people are, they're in the industry and they're actors, they're actresses, they're comedians, they're entertainers, and this is what they do for the price of fame. They're here to entertain their king, entertain their, whoever they worship. So my whole thing is it not far fetched, the rumors that I heard coming out? No, but I believe that it's a little bit deeper than that. That's just sugarcoating the situation and putting everything lightly, in a nice way, in a secular way, in a fornicative, adulterous way, because Beyonce and Diddy, were they an item? Were they a couple before? I think it's a fine line. I don't think it's really like that. I think it's more ritualistic, if anything. But that's what I'm trying to say. Once the rabbit or either the cat is out the bag, they'll put the rumor out there as they'll say it a different way. So you have to pay attention to the way that things are spoken out in the airways, because they're sugarcoating it, is what I'm saying, folks. Talking about, you see the, what is it? What did I put? The B, the J, and the D, or whatever. But anyway, I wanted to put it in code. But Beyonce, Diddy, and Jay Z. Oh, they had a thing going on. Is it too far fetched? No, I don't really think so. I think that they're just saying it now because everything is out now about everybody. Like all the celebrities are exposed, and they're going down in flames of hell. I mean, so like it's like no holds bar. Why not expose? This, like, because the tapes are on the dark web, you guys. Everything is on the dark web, right? So I'm just trying to say this neither here nor there. Is it too far fetched? I'm going to show you guys the video, but is it too far fetched? I'm hearing rumors on the broadcast streets that Diddy is Beyonce's baby daddy.
It's 3 o'clock.
Have you guys heard that? Hi, Braylon Moore. God bless you. Hi, number 9217. God bless you. Hi, Michael Mattress. Welcome on in. So, what tape? I'm pretty sure there's a tape because they all been blackmailed. And then they say that Beyonce has a tape with Pimp C. So why not with Diddy? I mean, because he is the he's He's the inductioner. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to come through him. He's the escape-goat, Zaziel. He's the Baphomet king. You know what I'm trying to say? So of course I'm pretty sure that there were relations, because don't forget, as they're sugarcoating this thing, it's really occultic. That's what I'm trying to say. So before I give up all the buzz, hey, 992, welcome on in. Beyonce and Diddy, they say, is baby daddy and baby mama. But I don't know. Where's the proof, right? Allegedly. So we're going to just, reflect and recap right fast. And then, we're going to discuss a little bit more.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking at moments featuring Sean Diddy Combs that have taken on a chilling new tone in light of 21st century allegations, lawsuits, and investigations against the disgraced music mogul.
We're going to react to this. What you're talking about.
Diddy's last words. Talk about a shocking choice of words. When Sean Diddy Combs appeared on Martha and Snoop's potluck dinner, the rapper was playfully asked what he wanted his final words to be. His response, are you ready for this?
When I die, I want my last words to be, I did it.
Everyone laughed at the time, assuming it was just Diddy playing.
Okay, but he did it though, folks.
Up his bad boy persona. But in the context of the explosive allegations in the 2020s, the statement feels jarringly ominous. With the soundbite resurfacing, many now say it sounds more like a confession than a harmless quip.
So hold on. Now y'all listening to that, but I want y'all to keep in mind. So you already see some of the players right there. And this is an old video. So shout out to Watch Mojo. That's whose videos this is, right? The whole thing, what I'm trying to say is, okay, we already know what happened with Flavor Camp. We already know what happened with the first New Yorkers with making the band. Okay, this is what I want to tell you. Okay, spoiler alert. Okay, I got to spoil it, but I'll mention it throughout the video, as we progress. Think, y'all. Remember making the band. Remember the one episode when they had to go walk and get the cheesecake. Remember, after all that happened and years later, they had another interview with Diddy, right? Remember, he let it out. I'm finna blow y'all mind. He said the cheesecake was for Beyonce. She was upstairs in the room. What? Yes, Diddy. Number 4. Amen. Did y'all just hear what I just said? I just thought about that. Like, this is like revelation. Fast forward right now. Think about it. Okay, back then it wasn't no rumors about nothing. Nobody never knew Beyonce was upstairs in that room while they were on set making the band. Remember, making the band had to go walk and get the cheesecake. And then they brought it back. It was 12 miles. Okay. Think about the occultic number 2. 12. Okay. We're not going to get into that. Okay. Conspiracy. Okay. Whatever. But listen. Okay. Don't lose focus. Remember, they brought the cheesecake back. Now, remember, fast forward some years to now. Remember, they had another interview with Diddy. And he said, oh yeah, like basically, well, he said that cheesecake was for Beyonce. She was upstairs in a room. What? And then now they're saying rumors that, Summer, I don't know how crazy it is, but I'm just saying, is they saying it that Diddy has had relationships with Beyonce. I wouldn't put it past relationships, especially because they're Satanists, they're Luciferians, right? So this is what they do. They're one big happy family, right? Ritualistic sex magic, and orgies and things of that nature. That's what they do. Okay, I said it. Okay, now, but I'm saying, like, what if it is true? What if they say that's her baby daddy, Diddy, like originally. I don't know. It sounds so crazy to say, right? But who's to say? Let's continue with the video. I'm sorry, y'all. I was in a trance. I was seeing tunnel vision. I know y'all was too when I said that, right? Have y'all heard that? Okay, let's continue.
Sometimes the most unsettling things are said when the cameras are rolling.
We all want to know that, Mark.
Khloe Kardashian's Diddy Party
Yeah,
revelation.
ain't no
In an
telling. He probably been messing with Martha Stewart too for magic.
episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian chatted about attending one of Diddy's infamous parties alongside a crowd of other high-profile celebrities.
Do y'all think Snoop messed with Martha? Just because they're depraved in Hollywood, is the Hunger Games. We already know it's Stranger Things. Like, okay, as long as you have this all established, it's secret society, occultic things, ritual, they do these things, right? So I'm saying, do you think all that time that Snoop had dealings with Martha Stewart, because they're best of friends, and people do get sociable and they tangle. They do the entanglement because this is what they are. How do you say it? This is what they are coached and indoctrinated to do, anyways. Is to be very fluent. You know what I'm trying to say? Even with gender, fluid. If you ask a GA or a GY person up in Hollywood, how did you become like that? Or, mainly like a man or even a woman, they would say, well, however, they don't see, they fell in love with how do they say it? With the person. They completely just it's reprogrammed, they fell in love with they don't see a gender. I forgot how they put it, y'all, but they put it very, very okay. And then I heard it from more than one person with prestige. I heard that twice, literally the same sentence. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what, okay, so let's continue.
Was with you this weekend.
Oh,
a bunch of my.
And then you see that. Hold on, I gotta show y'all that. Look at the symbolism. Hold on. Don't forget, is do what thou wilt. They all practice the Lima, right? So check this out. Khloe has the white and black on, which is the yin, the yang, the duality. If you know, you know. Let me see if I.
Inside a crowd of other high-profile celebrities.
So who was with you this weekend?
And listen.
A bunch of my friends.
Listen.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French so Montana.
Okay, did you hear that? Wait. Did you hear that? Did you see the symbolism? If you don't know by now, right? Because they speak in signs and symbols, right? But I'm saying, did you hear the people, the circle, the occultic circle that she is saying that she was presently with at the party? She's saying it. Listen. Wordplay. Don't forget wordplay. Now everything hit different. Now, since we are woke, illuminated, or enlightened of the truth of how Hollywood move and how they operate and what feeds them, what feeds their beast, you know what I'm trying to say? What makes a good servant a slave up in Hollywood, what they like, what they feed off of. And then you begin to see the signs and the patterns is what I'm saying. And then you begin to listen to the speech very carefully. Okay, so I ain't going to interrupt too much, but I got to tell you because it's my commentary, you know what I'm trying to say. I got to point it out. Now listen. Okay, now listen.
And see a bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French Montana. Do you know half the people you're naming?
What stood out most was her
French
casual
Montana?
revelation that, quote, everyone was naked.
Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Okay, so naked partygoers at a celebrity bash might seem like typical Hollywood excess, but paired with new information about what allegedly happened at some of Diddy's events, it becomes harder to laugh off.
So hold on, I just want to say, so you know, so why would you think it wouldn't be far-fetched that Beyonce was, of course, at one of those parties, but she's prestige with Jay-Z, so she's probably entering only with Jay-Z. And then I'm pretty sure they have a VIP someplace off because they're higher in the rank than he is. But of course, they're friends. But it's the brotherhood, though. It's the boule. But they, and then they're joined in union by Baphomet. Okay, the induction, right? They have a star. I believe they all have stars on the Walk of Fame. So let's continue. I believe they do. So I'm trying to say they move different, you all. Okay.
Another woman is accusing Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault in a lawsuit.
Chloe's comment now points to an alleged environment of unchecked debauchery that may have included manipulation, coercion, or worse. Wanting to party with the princes.
Just go over for some tea or something and we could kick it.
Diddy's parties and their guest list have long captivated the public, and British talk show host Graham Norton was no exception. In a 2011 interview, Norton brought up a rumor that Diddy had once tried to invite Princes William and Harry to one of his soirees.
Not anymore. I mean, before,
Don't ruin our royal wedding.
And then hold on, you guys. Let me tell you something about them royals. Why I got a short too. I gotta find it, right? But I have a short to where Donald Trump was saying, he was like something about the Epstein, his home or whatever was a cesspool, right? And talking about Prince Harry, or don't quote me, but it's one of them, but Prince something, talking about they know, because like basically they was there, and this was coming out of the president's mouth. Maybe I'll find that after for you guys, but I was like, I'm like, did they catch that? What? But we knew it all along.
Trust me, they're off the list.
Diddy went on to talk about wanting to party with the princes when they were, quote, young bucks.
See?
And implied they would be interested because of their reputation for mischief.
Before, when they were young bucks growing up and they were getting in a lot of trouble themselves. So, hey, I was like, why don't you come hang out with me?
In hindsight, some are questioning
Okay,
why.
but do you see how everybody has to go through Diddy? Why is Diddy the man? Why is he Azaziel? Why is he the scapegoat? Why does everyone have to pass his hand, pass his presence, be in the midst of him in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion? Why? Why is it him?
A grown man in his 40s would have been so fixated on partying with two young men, with the accusations in the 2000.
Look, you see the handshake, right? That's the brotherhood, right? You see that, right? That's the Freemason.
2025 criminal trial having involved vulnerable individuals. The moment doesn't read quite as innocently anymore.
So Sean Diddy Combs, a music mogul, is facing a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations he sexually assaulted two teenagers.
After parties with Ellen DeGeneres.
Hello, Diddy puppy. And did y'all catch this? Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all something about that too. I be catching everything. Now I compared it on my own time. Now look at Ellen DeGeneres, her stage, right? Look at the background. Remember on the Epstein Island, or Epstein, however you say his name, the island, right? Remember the pyramid or the temple, the striped temple. It was white and blue with the gold cap, right? And it was an island representing palm trees, right? Now pay attention to Ellen DeGeneres' background, her backdrop on her stage. Pay attention. Y'all think I'm kidding? I ain't just watch. Pay attention to her backdrop. Pay attention. Listen. Now, remember Epstein, his island, right? Remember the temple or whatever. It was striped white and blue. And remember, it was an island, so it represent palm trees, right? Keep that in mind. Now watch.
The two teenagers.
After parties with Ellen
Look. Now hold on.
DeGeneres.
Hello, Diddy puppy.
Palm trees. Okay. Epstein Island? Who is here? Who is here on this stage? Okay. Junior. Junior's here. And Sissy. You get what I'm trying to say? Junior and Sissy is here representing the Epstein Island. Do you see the symbolism? Let's continue.
Daddy Combs.
And you heard what she just look
anymore.
So Sean Diddy Combs, a music mogul, is facing a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations he sexually assaulted 2 teenagers.
After parties with Ellen DeGeneres.
Hello, Diddy Puppy Daddy Combs. Love.
Looking at past interactions between Sean Diddy Combs and Ellen DeGeneres is quite eye-opening. Combs made multiple appearances on Ellen's show, where his infamous parties were a frequent topic of lighthearted banter. At one point, Ellen even extended an invitation for him to attend one of her own.
Do you guys see the symbolism?
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am.
Do you guys see the symbolism right there? He got on the cross. He got the blue pill, the red pill. He got the Epstein Island in the back. And he is Baphomet. I mean, what more do you want? Poster boy. Okay.
No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
However, during a particular
Ooh,
appearance,
that's crazy.
Diddy brought up his legendary after parties. Ellen's response? That would be a curious...
No, I know about them.
Of course, these parties ultimately became a focal point in allegations against the rapper, and the clip is now scrutinized not for what was said, but for what wasn't.
And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of
The Cheesecake Walk.
I want me a piece of cheesecake.
Making the Band was a reality TV series that followed Sean Diddy Combs as he searched for and developed the next big music group. But on an episode of Making the Band 2, Diddy ordered aspiring singers to walk from Midtown Manhattan to Brooklyn just to fetch a slice of cheesecake.
I gotta get up every day and do a bunch of that I don't want to do. I gotta bite my tongue and I gotta do it with a smile on my face. But I do want some cheesecake.
While reality TV often blurs the line between entertainment and exploitation.
And who was that cheesecake for? That cheesecake was for Beyonce. Beyonce was upstairs in the room. He revealed it like nothing years later on another interview.
Diddy's humiliating demand was so excessive it sparked backlash, even back then. Today, the 12-mile round trip is viewed as a disturbing display of power and psychological manipulation. The moment has become symbolic of how Diddy allegedly pushes people to uncomfortable extremes.
And you looking at me in my face telling me you ain't gonna do something. I can see if I told you to go rob a bank. You know what I'm saying?
Commenting on Wendy Williams' teenage son.
Got a lot to talk about.
To say Wendy Williams and Diddy have had a rocky history would be an understatement. Still, they managed to set aside their differences for various interviews over the years.
You are exhausting me. Let me tell you something.
Why'd she do that? Look how he was looking.
However,
Look how he was looking.
me. Let me tell you something. This week has been hella.
You see how he was looking at her?
In 2017, things got awkward on Wendy's talk show when the conversation turned to her then 16-year-old son, Kevin Hunter Jr. While promoting Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Diddy stressed that the film wasn't about money, but about uplifting black men and women. As the audience applauded, Williams brought up her son, prompting Diddy to say he'd met Kevin backstage and called him, quote, a great young man.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
he's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Williams' uneasy reaction was hard to miss. And in light of allegations of inappropriate interest in younger individuals, the moment now feels far more unsettling. Party permits and premonitions. In the late 90s, Sean Diddy Combs reigned as the so-called king of the party scene. And that's exactly what he was treated as in a 1999 interview with Entertainment Tonight.
Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. Dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool.
Of course, in hindsight, that glowing portrayal as the ultimate host likely feels regrettable.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the party.
Hold on.
During the
See the symbolism? Look, that was his year. Induction. 666. Do you guys understand? Now let's continue. So you got to pay attention. It's by signs and symbols, symbolism by numbers and things of this nature. This is how they speak and communicate to one another. It's a secret society.
interview, Diddy casually admitted that he often threw parties without permits and joked that one day he might be arrested for just trying to, quote, have a good time.
You're gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we
And then
wanna
why
have...
is he speaking stuff into existence? Because there's a such thing as demonic prophecy. These people are harbored by demons and things of that nature because of the induction anyway. You know, they give up Christ, and then they are how do you say it? They give themselves over to other demons. They begin to serve and worship, and then they get deeper and deeper and deeper into the occultic, hidden, secret things. And then by that time, the actor and or the celebrity and or the rapper or whoever you are, they're in the back seat and the demon is hosting. So the demons, I believe Diddy got legion, right? So my whole thing is they fly in when they want to. You get what I'm trying to say? Same thing with Beyonce. Although we saw her transformation, Diddy's transformation is hidden, but we know that it's there because of sexually transmitted demons. Like, I knew he was sick, allegedly, got to be careful, but, the HIV and all that. I've been said that a long time ago because I'm like, okay, you spiritually, supernaturally, like, have messed with the whole LA, like the whole half the world. No, but I'm just saying though, how could one person do that humanly? It's no way. You could be the biggest whore, harlot, prostitute, or whatever, you wouldn't make it. So my whole thing is it was activated. It was demonically charged. He had legion, and that's them incubus and them succubus and sucking on everything along with them other demons. And he had to do that because Baphomet is the deity, the coagula. And they're under the Thelema law. They practice this. They are inducted into this thing. So Baphomet thing is the defilement of the rectum, also sodomy. So, this is what they do. So I'm saying, remember they say Pimp C had the tapes with Beyonce, and that's why allegedly they took him out. They took him out like Aaron Hernandez. Okay, let's continue.
A good time,
More than 25 years later, those remarks now sound eerily like foreshadowing, considering the serious allegations, many tied to those very parties that have surfaced. Mike Tyson redirects Diddy's hands. While appearing on the Keenen Ivory weigh-in show alongside Mike Tyson, Diddy appears to get a little handsy with the boxing legend. You see, in a resurfaced clip, Tyson can be seen firmly grabbing and redirecting Diddy's hands away from his derriere during a group chat on the couch.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see. Oh, yes, he's literally. It truly is about the Benjamin.
People joked that Diddy was just being extra touchy.
Now you look at it then. I wonder, like 20, 25, 30 years ago, or whenever that was, but it was at least like, I know it's like at least 20 years ago. I'm wondering how people viewed it versus how we view it now because we know what we know, right? Like, I'm trying to think back because I remember I was down with the Arsenio Hall show. Everybody, woo, 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 Arsenio Hall show. Like, everybody loved that show, right? So my whole, this is for the old heads. Well, not too old, but old enough, right? So my whole thing, our Arsenio Hall show was the most poppin'est thing on TV at that time. Like, I don't know who was first, him or Jay Leno, because I wasn't, really Tupac like Jay Leno, but I liked it Arsenio Hall. So my whole thing is, I wonder who was first. But on to say, like, you look at how they were grooming us as the audience back then. Do you understand? It's by design. Like, they was already doing these things. These people are already compromised. All of them. I don't care, your 50 Cents, your Mike Tysons, your Tyson Beckhams, your T.I.s, and they're all compromised. You're all of them. Let's continue. All of them.
But with serious allegations about abuse involving men and women, this clip may prove
All
as
of
an
them.
early example of improper behavior, showing that he made people uneasy long before the headlines. Tyson's nonverbal response is clear. Boundaries were crossed. And when Iron Mike shuts you down, you know it's serious. Travis Scott runs from Diddy. Talk about a fight or flight response. A resurfaced video of Diddy and Travis Scott captures Diddy draping his arm around the rapper and calling him his, quote, baby bro.
And wait, let me see that hug again.
A resurfaced video of Diddy and Travis Scott
got something
captures
to tell
Diddy
y'all.
draping his arm around the rapper and calling him his, quote, baby.
Okay, believe it or not, I didn't see them. I think they missed the mark, but I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all didn't know. Okay, you know, Diddy's a Freemason, right? So he's Boule. So what I'm trying to say is, I believe Travis Scott might be too. I'm pretty sure because they're inducted under these brothers in the Brotherhood, which is the fraternities, right? That they came from, right? Or they come in, whichever way that they come in, into the entertainment. You know, the circle, the rooms, right? And they move up with ranks by rituals, right? Performing rituals and then getting in groups and rooms with other people and doing projects, performing more rituals and rituals. That's how they're moving up, right? So what I'm trying to say is that you see how they hugged real tight and fast and like with a lot of love or whatever, but Travis Scott or whatever his name is, he had his head down. Okay, that is it's called, I forgot, I'll show y'all the short, but it is a Freemason hug. Like, you know, but they missed the handshake. But you know who did it well? It was, what is his name? Oh, and I do not care for him at all. The one that used to go with Draka, the girl, but I forgot his name, but light skinned. He's a rapper. Anyway, I think he did it with the baby. The baby is now in the Boule. He has taken the oath, if you guys didn't know. But yes, they flexed and showed their allegiance. I forgot where they were. I have it also, you know, on video. But they did the exuberant hug that you witnessed Sean P. Diddy Combs doing with Travis Scott. Okay, now they exhibited the same hug also. You will notice how Freemasons in the Brotherhood, how when they meet up in groups and places with each other, how they acknowledge each other, how they speak, you all. They walk different, they talk different, they do the hand gestures and hugs different. Pay attention to how they hug each other with the hands. That is Freemasonry. Okay, Freemasons. These are Freemasons. Let's continue. Okay, so pay attention. That's what they were displaying right here. Okay, also, but he messed it up.
Bro.
He messed it up.
Is about a fight or flight response. A resurfaced video of Diddy and Travis Scott captures Diddy draping his arm around the rapper and calling him his, quote,
Yeah, they
baby
messed
bro.
it up.
Yeah. Hey, yo, everybody, my baby bro, we here.
The mood quickly shifts as Travis looks visibly uncomfortable, dodges eye contact, shushes Diddy, and abruptly bolts off, yelling as he flees.
Hey, they better tune in. They better tune in. Let's go.
Social media speculated, but at the time, it felt like a random moment of silly awkwardness. Fast forward to today, and Travis's body language is being viewed through an entirely different lens. Given the nature of the accusations Diddy faced in his 2025 criminal trial, Scott's instinctive avoidance feels eerily prescient.
Tune in. Let's go.
Locks on the doors.
You're legendary for the parties that you throw. You throw a great party.
I'm a legend, baby, for a whole bunch of things.
Conan O'Brien has
Look at
interviewed
him.
his
What
share
are
of
you
celebrities who later made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Take convicted actor Danny Masterson, for example.
I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
Back in 2002,
What?
headlines for all the wrong reasons. Take convicted actor Danny Masterson, for example.
I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
Back in 2002, Sean Diddy Combs joined Conan for what seemed like a lighthearted chat. When asked about the secret to hosting a legendary Puffy party,
And I want to tell you something about them too. about Conan O'Brien and all of them too. They Freemasons too. All of them. All of them. They are. Did you see the one when Jim Carrey came on there with the all-seeing tongue, but it was the all-seeing eye? He was paying homage to Lucifer, okay, the light bearer, okay, the Illuminati. Let's continue.
He rattled off the usual suspects like beautiful women and booze, but then added, quote, locks on the doors.
Need locks on the doors?
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
At the time, it came off as a cheeky quip. But in light of the accusations that Diddy faced in 2025, which were centered around his infamous parties, that comment and the entire exchange feels a lot more disturbing.
Everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
I got one challenge for you.
Sorry, but let me fix that right fast. But yeah, they have to tell because it's a form of blackmail. So if everything is, sorry y'all, hold on. If everything is recorded, then say like if one of them gets out of pocket or whatever, then you know they have to bow down to, you know, the higher rank. And so, you know, I forgot what you call them, but like the people that are put in position, you know, in the brotherhood, and also the agenda of the beast system up in the industry that they're in, because don't forget they're bound also by contracts. You know, that's why you have all these NDA disclosures, and that, you know, they have life support on them. They have all type of stuff on them. Let me see if I can find this other video right fast that I wanted you guys to see right fast. But my whole thing is it too far-fetched of you know, Diddy is Beyonce's real husband. How do you guys feel about that? Like, you know, I don't know. I don't put it past them because they're more decrepit than that. Like that ain't nothing but looseness. Like, you know, being the harlotry, you know, that's just showing their attributes. Like that doesn't surprise me. You know, like nothing surprised me anymore because, you know, they doing, I don't even want to get into it because we just stayed on this and it's another lane, but it gets so deep, you guys. Okay, check this out. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. Hold on. Y'all remember this now. Okay.
I've heard a lot of rumors of saying, people say that Diddy's a gangster. Is Diddy a gangster being around him?
He's not a pushover. He a tough cake toucher, bro. I'll tell you that much, bro. Like,
tough cake toucher.
for sure, bro. Like,
you had said you had seen a scene where he came up to a young dude and choked him and said, you either want to get with God or
grab the man by his throat.
Yeah.
He was like, you want to walk with God or you want to be a rock?
That's a gay shit to say.
And I'm looking like that.
And they all do think they're gods, okay?
So I'm like, man, why you
look at Jay-Z, Hova, right?
I'm like, you gonna let him grab you like that? Because bro, he real touchy-feely, so that's how he discern if he gonna try to. If you let him touch you a little too much, yeah, he gonna. He might grab your jaws or something. You gotta be on point.
So he's been charged with.
Right.
Do you get that from him being around him? Like somebody? Is that
for sure?
For sure.
Just today, CBS, one of the news stations released another lawsuit of a 13-year-old boy, where him. Well, maybe it was a girl. So it's someone 13 years old at a VMA party, after party, that him and another celebrity assaulted, whatever the word they want to use. When that story came out, or when the first story that came out, they said, ain't no way that this man here will be with underage people.
No, it's really the opposite. Yes way. Sorry, I'm eating Skittles. Yes way. Allegedly. Yes way. Let me tell you why. Because they're Satanists. They're Luciferians. This is what they practice. This is what they do. They practice the Thelema. They practice the Thelema. Okay, the Aleister Crowley. They're inducted and indoctrinated into devil worship. And this is what they do. This is for the power and the knowledge, and they have to pay homage to Lucifer, and they have to feed these deities, and so they have to perform rituals. They're ritualistic. Sean P. Diddy Combs is a warlock, and so is Jay-Z. But it seems like Jay-Z has went a little bit further. I think he's like into shamanism, because like they're into alchemy and things of that nature too. Like it goes so deep, you guys, to where it's like they're literally playing with death, like in the spirit, like just for being who they are, what they do, like, you know, because it takes a lot for the demonic to operate. You know, it's different currency in the demonic. You get what I'm trying to say? So no, it's not. And then you have to think of the symbolism, the numbers. 13-year-old boy. So their special numbers is 3, 6, 9, 13, 36. And then we all know like numbers like the clubs, the 20, is it the 27 club or whatever it is, 28, whatever, you know, the other numbers. But I'm just trying to say murder by numbers, 3, 6, 9. They play with these things because, like I said, you know, it's occultic power and magic behind this thing, you know, the Kabbalah, things of that nature that these people are in. Like these people are trying to turn poop into gold, you know, Will Smith, like alchemy, like this thing is real. Let's continue.
No, boy or girl. But it's like almost too many cases. What are your thoughts when you hear underage and Diddy in the same sentence? Any type of sexual contact?
Magic.
People said the same thing about R. Kelly. You know, they said that
he got it too.
There's no way it turned out to be true.
What
I've learned is, like the most, I've been to Billionaires Row. Like the most wealthiest guys I ever met have strange quirks, I would say. Like some of the richest dudes I know, you know, they like being tied up and things along those lines. And there are 150,000 unaccounted for children that cross the border every year that are unaccounted for. There is a certain level of darkness that comes.
I told you guys, because they got to feed the deities, the things. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm eating candy, and you guys should be eating something too, maybe healthy. But they got to feed these deities on these altars. When you begin to play with witchcraft like that and dark magic like that, there will be a shrine somewhere. There will be an altar somewhere. There will be a juju bag somewhere. There will be drugs somewhere. There will be you know, items like oranges, coconuts, cigarettes, bodily fluids, things of this nature, depending on how dark and deep and what they're doing at the time and who they're doing it on. Who are they? If they trying to bewitch them, if they trying to hex them, or just if they trying to get them in, you know, put a spirit on them, you know, to make them comply, or to, you know, to get along with the get along gang, you know, it depends. Or if they sacrificing for status, or, you know, or swapping destinies, like how Sean P. Diddy Combs sacrificed Shine, but it is, everything is not death and or murder. That's what you guys don't understand. You can sacrifice somebody for placement, their destiny. Do you understand? Hit a thumbs up, somebody, if you're feeling this. Like, I'm telling y'all the truth. This is how they operate. This is how they move. It could be a destiny swap as a sacrifice. That's why Shine went away for them 10 years. Go watch my video. Gene Deal, the bird ritual. Okay, but let's continue.
With levels of high wealth, because Rook just asked me right now that I think that he somebody. You know, these are people who are not used to being told no. And like, I know a gentleman who has a yacht, right? The yacht probably costs like $200 million. And there's an entire staff that stays on this yacht. They stay for 6 months, the other staff come for the next 6 months. So if you got enough money, you can buy a person. You can buy their time.
They already doing that.
That's the level of what's going on.
That's the whole thing. But yeah, they're already literally doing that. That's why the celebrities, actors, or whoever you are, if you have some form of entertainment and you have a skill, a talent, or whatever, that can be used as demonic currency for Satan, his operation, the beast system. He in turn enslaves you, and he uses you up for your energy, okay, your soul, your blood, your life, right? I mean, it's fair exchange, but yes, robbery. Yeah. This is how they operate.
Now, there's been a lot of alleged saying that him with different celebrities in videos exist, both male and female.
For blackmail.
Correct.
Do you know that to be true?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I seen some stills of some tapes being shot.
What tape you saw?
Now we live in the world of the deep fake and and AI.
AI.
Is it possible that could be created or crafted?
Go there, this OB media. Big Homie goes crazy and he goes off Diddy. He said that the lawsuit that came out that Diddy sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl at a VMA party.
I believe
him
it.
and the next celebrity.
Y'all believe it?
It is all type of crazy shit, man. And I believe that he could have did that shit.
There's more people
because
than that.
this ninja was a monster. He was using his power so that he could take advantage of people. And a lot of these celebrities are involved in all of
Because he had to feed them deities, I'm telling y'all. And then producers is the one, and them CEOs and people that's over, and people with the high status and people with them suits on is the ones that are shamans, witches, and warlocks working that magic. I'm telling y'all, flying from different countries here and there, learning and invoking, casting spells with these practitioners, at these botanicas and stuff, performing this witchcraft. I'm telling y'all, for status, it's for money, 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 it's for money. They need the money. They have the power, but the power is filled by money. But let me tell you what power is. Power, what they're using is control. Control. That's why you saw the trafficking, because it was a demonic. It was a system, and the system's still running. It just new recruits. Like, it keeps going. It's like a food chain. These people are slaves. This is just one operation is what y'all seeing. This goes in many other places around the world. Not places, but I don't have the correct terminology that I want to say. But anything that produces power and money and attention, like how do you say it? Influence. The devil is there. Let's continue. And this is how it's operating spiritually, what you can't see. It has to happen in the spiritual realm before it can bubble over and manifest into the natural world. And then that's why they working overtime. Satan don't give him no rest. Rain, sleet, snow, schizo, you gonna work. You not gonna rest. The HIV, I don't care. You gonna work with that HIV up in your body. They work you to death. That is Satan. Okay, the contracts, they bind you on earth and in hell. That's what they doing. Let's continue.
sex tapes, everything that is going on. But Diddy had to be the fall guy. He had to be the one to go down.
He's the fall guy. He is Azaziel. This is the fallen ones, you guys, that's at work with this hierarchy because it's that big. It's billions and billions and trillions of dollars from the politicians to the media to the broadcast system to the entertainment to the healthcare to everything is still operating through the entertainment industry because this is where you get your influence at.
For all of this shit, because a lot of people would have lost their job, lost their company. This is just some crazy shit, man. But it is what it is, man. You need to watch a full video. Let's get it.
And it's old.
So it's kind of hard to fake CCTV footage. Simply because it's time stamped and
with a little devil.
The pixels in that camera.
Devil.
Any AI footage, the pixels is way higher than a normal camera.
For sure.
So, you know, you got to take...
He looked like Jason Lee, huh? And Jason Lee was messing with him too. And you know that because Jason Lee already GY. So you know they was going, you know, it's some thing, man, it's just everybody. Everybody is recyclable. Up in Hollywood, that's what they do is they recycle your body because the devil ain't got no feelings, no emotion. He don't love you, he don't love me, he don't love them, he don't care about their feelings, he don't care about they blood, he want their blood. That's what he want. But at the meantime, it's gonna be power and control. Satan wants to be worshipped. Lucifer is who he pays homage to, and many other deities. They love Egyptian deities.
Yeah, in consideration.
I think I'm gonna Google everyone who has a $200 million yacht. We gonna line this. We gonna get close.
It's hundreds of guys who got.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Rook, didn't you say you wanted a yacht?
Yeah. 200 million.
200 million.
Everybody want to keep up with the Joneses.
I'm scared to get money now.
It's getting scary.
It's not the money that changes people. Because if you're a man who get money, you know that this money is a tool.
Right.
It's not your identity. And like, I'm sure there are things that you wouldn't do for money.
Right.
So it's not the money that changes people.
Rook always told me money only amplifies who you really are.
Yeah, you don't really know who you are.
Let me tell you what changes people. The deity you worship, that thing that you worship, that thing that you desire, that thing that you worship over everything. Because that's what the Lord says in the scripture. They are the thing that they worship. You are that thing that you worship. Don't you notice somebody that's on the dark side? Don't they start dressing dark? Don't they be talking dark? Don't they be doing dark things? Because you are that thing that you worship. Ultimately, you become that thing that you worship. Let me prove it to you. I'm finna blow y'all mind. You can't even make this up. Like, it ain't even funny. I'm not laughing as smirks. I'm laughing. Well, I'm not even laughing. It's shock. Because I'm going to prove exactly what I said. That's why Beyonce was morphing up and all of that, right? Now I'm going to prove to you what the Lord says about scripture, about you become that thing that you worship. When you guys see what I show you, you ain't going to have nothing to say. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, is that for real? Yeah, that's for real. That's for real. That's manifestation. If I'm saying it right, manifestation. Because y'all know I get tongue-tied with these words. Hold on, I'm almost there. Be patient, everybody. Patient is a virtue. My glasses keep sliding on my nose. I got so many videos here. Make sure you guys check out the playlist. Make sure you guys hit a thumbs up in the chat for the algorithm. Speak to people. Be kind in the chat. Okay, look. Oh, I don't want the reboot one. Hold on. Let me look for my original. Oh, let me just turn it here while I'm doing that. I'm just scrolling right fast because I want to show y'all the video that I'm talking about. Okay. What I said is that I'm going to prove to y'all that money is, money could be good and or bad because it depends on mammon, right? But I'm trying to tell you, what changes a person is that thing that you ultimately worship. Look. You see that? Hold on. You see that? You see this deity right here? I don't want to click on it because then the how do you say it? The picture is going to change. But you see that, right? Maybe I should play this video for you. You see that, right? You see that? Okay, hold on. I'm just going to play it for you. I think, because I want to prove it to you guys. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Hold on. Look. Let me prove it right fast. And then let me make it bigger. Because I'm pretty sure I showed the picture side by side.
No one expected the unexpected.
I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it to y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
What I'm proving to y'all is demons and how you got to be careful the things that you worship, because ultimately the things that you worship is what you become spiritually. It is a law. It is a fact. You didn't know, but now you know. And then now you can test the spirit. You can test it, because you start looking at fools. That person that used to be like that. Why he look like that? Why she look like that? Why she look like a damn witch? Why she look bewitched? Why they look like they done? Because that's what it is. I'm gonna prove it. Okay, let's continue.
I'm real.
I'm gonna prove it. Hold on. Now watch. I'm gonna fast forward through some of this, okay?
Wait, is it for real this time? You got to be. You lying. First and 10, do it again. Fight.
Touchdown. Diddy, you punk.
Happening as we speak in both
Okay,
LA
hold on. I'm
and
gonna fast forward.
the left. That last couple of the.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Gotcha, bitch.
Well, it's official now. He got to level up, Diddy. Okay, well, so y'all hear the news. Diddy, he has been arrested, aka Puff Daddy, aka Daddy Love. And so they said now that he's on suicide.
Keep watching.
But we knew that this was gonna happen, because remember what I told you. I'll tell you in a minute. But at the same time, Sean Diddy Combs is detained at Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, okay? And this is just what they have been calling behind bars at hell on earth.
Look, the handshake. The handshake. Remember I told y'all?
The dreams of the great architect.
Hold on. Did I just... hold on, y'all. I didn't mean to skip that like that. It skipped way on up.
Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, okay? And this is just what they have been calling behind bars at hell on earth.
Look,
prison, I guess.
exposed.
Let me rephrase that. Hell on earth, prison? You know, him being in prison is hell on earth is what they are saying. So he's charged with sex trafficking and racketeering, and he also spent his first night behind bars inside this facility. And those are just some of the official initial charges that are set in stone as of today, you know, that we know for a fact. There are many more charges not mentioned as of yet. But I want to say, okay, you know, me speaking from the spiritual side, the Jesus Christ side, you guys already know, come on. And I do have sympathy. I do feel bad. I feel bad for all parties involved, the ones who are subjected to these things, the ones who were inflicted with this pain and this horror and this trauma and these demons and this occultism, this Luciferianism, because this is what this is. And yes, this indoctrination. And it's, you know, it's sad all the way around, because the same things that P. Diddy has done to others, they have done to him. And then the people who have done it to him, it's generational, it's familiar spirits. They got it from somewhere, okay? So it's a brotherhood, and he is in it because he is a Hollywood star, and he is a famous, filthy, rich star, y'all. I'm talking about he's a high star. I'm talking about spiritually and physically. So they need this slave, you know, and he's going down, but I believe it yet. He's not going fully down. His hands is in Jesus's hands, but it's really in Lucifer's hands because that is his daddy. You know, like Orlando Brown says his daddy. That's what he's talking about. Satan is his father. He says it. Yes.
Okay. God did, and then God did, and this gonna keep talking, but it be like God did. And then we switch as witches. It's the good witches. And
He was
bad
possessed
witches.
right there.
Which one are you? Which one are you? I can be both. My mother is Satan. My father is Lucifer.
He was possessed.
I choose for witches to shut down.
Same
See?
thing.
See?
Satan, Lucifer himself, has been P. Diddy's daddy for a long time because he's in a cult, y'all. And they have tortured this man and made this man do things in magic with indoctrination and spells, incantations over his music. I kid you not. I'm telling you, voodoo, hoodoo, all of this is involved, and he's using everything that he got. I bet you right now. Well, he's in. I'm saying the powers that be, the workers over him, because it's power and money invested into this man. It's like a domino effect, okay? Remember I told you that it's a hierarchy. So they're doing everything in their power to scratch themselves out of the equation, but it's an entanglement, okay? Furthermore, on to say, you know, me meditating on this situation, it makes me ill. And I mean, literally. And I mean, not even by the acts that this man has committed. I'm talking about the fact that try to imagine yourself in his shoes, knowing what you have done for the last at least 30 years. And you are a Satanist and Luciferian. And you are in the dark occult. And okay, you are in Hollywood, and this is normalized, so you're isolated from the public like you and I, you know, but then you are amongst, you know, brothers and thieves in your community because you have been put on a pedestal. You have grown through the Black Boule, the Freemasons, who has got you to that higher degree. You see what I'm saying? The dreams of the great architect. You have accomplished those deep, dark, Aleister Crowley things. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This demon, yes, he had
Channeling Aleister Crowley.
Now what?
Accomplished Aleister Crowley, you know, do what thou wilt. Jay-Z is not the only one. I mean, they're coming for him next, right? That's what everybody's saying.
Look. Okay, we did all this for the people that just fell off when I was just trying to show y'all what I was. Look at this. What is that? Hold on, though. Dum, 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 dum. What is this? What is this? Okay. Pause. Y'all got something to say? What is that? Did y'all see that? I'm going to show you again. Okay? Channeling Aleister Crowley. Okay, look. See that? What is that? What is that? You know what that is. Demon. Look, what is that? I'm going to continue. Need I say more? You are that thing that which you worship. Let's continue.
Diddy. It's sad because this is what money does. See? This is what money does. Fame and fortune, y'all. The demon came to Diddy too.
It is written again, you shall not, A, tempt the Lord your God. 8 again, the devil took him up on an exceedingly high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. 9, and he said to him, all these things I will give you if you will fall down and worship me.
Need I say more? Yes, I do. I digress. And Gabe he offered him his desire. Somebody came to Diddy when Diddy was young because he was motivated. He was driven. He was normal. He was just like you and I. You know, he wasn't demonized. He wasn't indoctrinated. He didn't have Lucifer in his heart as his daddy. You get what I'm trying to say? He was not adopted into Satan's kingdom itself. He was just normal like us. He was, I don't say that he was Christian, but that deceit wasn't in his heart yet. He was just driven by, he needed to get out amongst poverty. So that's why I said, come on, y'all, put yourself in his shoes from in the beginning, not now. You can take yourself. Wake up, class. You know how you go to a shrink and what is that when they lay you on the couch and they hypnotize you? Don't do that, by the way. Okay, that's against God. That's against Jesus Christ. Do not do that. But hypnotism or whatever. I want you to come back out of that. Let's fast forward and continue. So on to say, when he was young, he was just like us. And so, most of us grew up in poverty. Most of us are still in poverty and are making at least between 35,000
them boys ain't happy.
a year.
Look at that boy. Look at that boy.
Still below poverty
Look
line.
at him.
I know out here in California, that's still, okay? So we're still striving each and every day. That's why we need Jesus, our daily bread. Read that scripture, your daily bread. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the power, kingdom, and
power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Okay. On the say, so we need to say those things because it is power on our behalf to the Most High, because Jesus Christ, Yahweh, He is spiritual, right? You're a spiritual being. This is just skin that we have on, inhabiting a spirit that is connected to our soul that belongs to Jesus Christ. So, in actuality, we use the terminology, the slang, we sell our soul. But our soul does not belong to us. It belongs to our Maker, because He is the one who laid down, and He was the one who was, brought, sent down into a man to relate to us and walk the walk. And He died, to bring us to Him, to cleanse us from all unrighteousness, sin. The sin of the world. He took the sin of the world. Okay, and He died. He was resurrected in 3 days. Yes. Okay, so we are saved. You're saved if you believe that. Amen. You're saved right now if you believe that. Amen. So on the say though, when you get into Hollywood and you go through these doors, you have to renounce and denounce the living God. They don't care who else you come in there serving. You hear me? You understand me? But that one God, that one God they're against, you all, is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jesus Christ. Now, ain't that something? So you know who the true God is. Whether you are brought up in another tradition, I'm not coming against anybody, so don't come for me. I'm just telling you the truth. The one true monotheistic, the one true living God is Jesus Christ. So on the set, they make you renounce and denounce that. So he renounced and denounced that a long time ago. You have to go back to the timeline. You have to look at his history. And most of us don't find God until we halfway dead anyway. And guess what? Confess and repent and turn your life to the Lord Jesus Christ. And I'm cutting this program immediately, abruptly short. And this is More on the Prophecy. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I love you and God bless you. And stay away from Hollywood. Peace. I will be back. I'ma just keep it real. Most of us don't come.
All right. So, yeah. Is Diddy, Beyonce, real baby daddy? That's what they saying on the streets right now. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe for more content like this at Morona Prophecy 597. I cannot do it without you. And I can't believe they're hating on me. They only gave me 1 thumbs up. I mean, whatever. Who cares? Nah. But I'll be back. And I love you. Thank you for the people that did tune in. And yeah. Stay tuned. Shalom. I'm gone. I'll be back. Let me go play this back and see what's new. But thank you guys. Is the rumor true?